What's up guys, T-Party here and welcome back to a new guide. As you know, we have only a few weeks left until the OBT start, and I'm pretty sure like next week Thursday there could be a recharge letter. So yeah, let's use those few weeks left and prepare ourselves for the OBT. The next few weeks I'm gonna try to give you guys more guides, and there are also some surprises waiting for you, so yeah. At the end, I hope that I can provide you guys with enough information to jump into the game and have fun without having too many issues with the language. But for now, let's focus on this guide, which gonna be about the contents. And if you're one of those guys who have problem or is like overwhelmed because of all those contents which Lost Ark has to offer, don't worry, I hope I can help you with this guide. At the end, you will have an overview about all the contents, and depending on what you want to do, you should be able to see what content or which daily you should do to get to your goal. But first, let us appreciate the amazing picture in the background, which was made by a guy with really amazing paint skills. I know you're gonna be surprised, but I did this, guys. Okay, jokes aside, let's start with the actual guide, and as always I'm gonna go through those contents one by one. I'm gonna make timestamps for dailies, timed one and optional, and of course the last part is main gearing, so you can jump to those parts which you are more interested in. Now, to understand those contents and why I colored those with a certain color, we should start on the bottom left. Yellow stands for money, so that content is mainly, or you should do that if you need silver currency, which gonna be the currency for NPC or PvE trading. You should watch for that my currency guide, and that will definitely help you out to understand all the currencies in Lost Ark, and there are many. Now, green is for life skill, which means you should do that content to increase life skill or gather materials for life skill. The blue one is for progressing on gear and skill points or skill system, so it could be also like content which provides you with skill potions to make your ability stronger. The last category or the last color is for exploration, which is brown. That doesn't only mean you're gonna just explore stuff without getting decent reward, but I'm gonna explain that later on. There is also the red S/P and the third one. So the normal S means you can do that content solo and it's fine like that. The second one, S/P, is for solo or party, you can choose. And the last one, P bigger than S, I don't know how to say that in English, but I guess that was right. That is kind of like you could do that solo, but it's really recommended to do that in party, and especially in a pre-made party, to get further and get the most of the content. Okay, now let's start with the dailies. Dailies are those which need a certain ticket, and the ticket was also explained in the currency guide, so check it out, guys. The first daily we should talk about is a tower, which can be done only by yourself, so solo. Tower is mainly for gearing, and you will also obtain some rare items and seal books, but on certain stages you will get gear. So of course your aim will be to get high as possible to unlock those stages or to clear those stages, which gonna reward you with gear. Next we have the cube. I don't need to explain that how the cube works, because I did a guide about cube. You should check it out, and that's gonna make your cube runs definitely easier, and you will be able to earn more money. As you can see, it's for earning money. You can also, like in everything else, you can get some rare items, crafting materials, but the main focus of cube is the money. Then we have the platinum field. Same like cube, it's also suggested to do it in a pre-made party, because of course you can go into platinum field and farm your stuff there for your life skill, but there is also a second goal. You have to work as a team and get some relics, and if you have a decent amount of relics, you're gonna unlock more rewards. But be careful, guys, before you enter platinum field, check out which platinum field you enter. There are 2 platinum fields divided by life skill. The first one is for gathering, lumbering, mining, and the second one is for, if I remember correctly, hunting, archaeology, and fishing. So for example, if you are a gatherer, you have to enter the first platinum field, which means you should also have guys in your group who will benefit from the first platinum field, which means gathering, mining, and lumbering. If they have hunting specialized or something, they won't get enough benefits from the first platinum field. The last, or the newly introduced daily, was Corridor of Trials. To be honest, I didn't try it in the last CBT, but I'm pretty sure it's a party-based content and you have to clear bosses in a given time and get as far as you can in a certain time. So obviously communication will be the key, and if you have a decent party, a pre-made party, you will get further. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's for gear or money. Most likely it's gonna be for gear or for, you know, unlock seal box. Moving on, the next category we want to talk about are the timed contents. I know that's not the best name, but yeah, you know me guys, I always give stuff a weird name. So yeah, you should be used to it already. Okay, so the first one is World Boss, Field Boss. Of course, those are timed. They won't be there all the time. As soon as you kill a World Boss, it's gonna need a few hours and some maybe days to respawn. Also, as you can see there, I would suggest you guys to do that in a party. Of course, you can do that solo, but having a party is like boosting your damage, and it's gonna be damage based, definitely damage based. So, and if you have a good party which can boost your damage, then you should go for it. And at the end, you will get better rewards from the World Boss. The Chaos Gate is the next one, which is timed. Chaos Gate has different categories like poison and dark and so on. It is like, you can see that on the world map. Certain time intervals there will be a big server-wide announcement that a Chaos Gate or Chaos Rift has appeared. So you're gonna have to go there or sail there or teleport over there, do it however you want, and then you have to go in. It's gonna be like 30 guys moving through a dungeon and trying to get to the end boss before the time runs out. The last boss there can drop gear, and the mobs you kill on your way to the last boss will drop some chaos splitters or something like that, or fragments, and you can exchange those stuff for various items, and there are also seal books which you can get for those fragments. Now, some of you may wonder, why is islands in timed content? There are some islands which won't be accessible, or you can't reach them. They won't appear even on the map. You can't reach them at any time. You have to go there at a specific time, specific day even. And those islands could have some decent stuff as rewards or some unique exchange NPCs. So definitely worth checking out. The third category we're gonna talk about is the optional category, which is for like situation where maybe your raid party is not online, or the World Boss and Chaos Gate are not spawned yet, and you have already done your dailies. You could do stuff like this. The first content in this category is the hidden dungeon. To enter a hidden dungeon, you need hidden dungeon scrolls. Those are drops from other contents like World Boss, Chaos Gate, even Chaos Dungeon, and some other quests gonna give you hidden dungeon scrolls, or just even random mobs in the world have a chance to drop you a hidden dungeon scroll. As soon as you have one, you should save it and do it as a full party, because everyone in your party will have a benefit. Only one guy needs to have that hidden dungeon scroll, and everyone else in the party can enter it and can get loot. Now, moving on to the second content in optional category, which is sailing. This can be done entirely solo, and to be honest, I could have made it like yellow, green, blue. Depending on what you do while you're sailing, it could lead to having more money or better gear, or getting stuff for your life skill. For example, cooking needs some, obviously, fish to make buff foods. And you can also find a lot of exchangeables and events on the ocean, so it could also benefit to exchange those and having more money, and maybe even gather some rare items and exchange those for seal books or even skill potions. So it's something you can do in your free time, and maybe just focus on one of those categories while you're sailing, like, I don't know, getting some rare stuff or hunting down ghost ships to get seal books or some other unique items. The next content, which is medal quest, is something you should definitely do as a party. And I have a guide for medal quest, how to unlock medal quest, and all some of my experience which I made while doing a medal quest. At the end, it's gonna be like that you need a decent party to do those medal quests to get the most out of it. By gathering medal quests, or actually medals, you will be able to get some decent items, but the most important ones are gonna be the skill point potions and the life skill point potions. Similar to medal quest, the next content, which is zone completion, gonna reward you with life skill potions and skill point potions, but this can be done entirely solo. So if you don't have a decent party to do medal quests or hidden dungeons, you could go for sailing or zone completion, where you have to kill certain mobs or find some hidden locations to unlock the zone completion rewards. Last but not least, this is gonna be the main content category you guys are gonna be interested in, which is main gearing. First one here is, of course, Guardians. Guardians, I don't have to tell it, but of course it's gonna be heavily party dependent. So if you have a pre-made pretty solid party, you're gonna get a lot further than with a random party. If you beat a Guardian at the end, you're gonna get Guardian crafting materials. With those materials you can craft gear depending on Guardian. And yeah, of course, the stronger the Guardian, the higher the item level of the gear you can craft. Of course, I made a guide about Guardians too. It was one of my latest guides, so check it out, guys. Then we have PvP, which is one of those things which can be done solo, but you can also do pre-made PvP. You can also do both, but at the end you're gonna get PvP tokens depending on if you lose or win, and you can exchange it for gear. The next content is crafter gear. I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't know about it, but you can progress on item level just with crafting. So there is an NPC. That NPC is actually close to those other NPCs where you can craft gear. You should check out my NPC guide, of course. And there you need to get or deliver the NPC certain life skill items or materials, and you will get a gear. And then you will be able to get the next life skill gear if you use the previous life skill gear plus some additional items. And with those you will unlock the next tier of crafter gear, and they are similar to every other gear. They will climb up the item level ladder and you are Gucci. So you can actually avoid everything else if you want. You can only do life skills and do some contents which gonna reward you with the materials which will upgrade your crafter gear. Next we have the island hearts. It's not just islands. I know most of you guys didn't get that, you know, that heart thing, but yeah, it was like island hearts. Island hearts is a collectible, and you can get it by visiting different islands, and most of the islands you can visit will reward you with an island heart after you have done a specific quest on that island. If you gather island hearts, you will be able to unlock or exchange stuff for it. At certain checkpoints, like for example if you have 200 island hearts, I'm not sure how much exactly it was needed, you will be able to get, I don't know, 200 item level, full legendary gear and so on. This one could be fun for some of you guys, so you could just ignore everything else and just go for islands. Go one island after another one. Of course, you see that there are some islands which are in the timed category, which means you won't get those island hearts at any given time, so you have to go there at specific time, and then you can be the collector if you want and progress on gear by doing that. This can be done solo or with a party. I think it doesn't matter that much. But compared to that, the last thing which we're gonna talk about, Chaos Dungeon, of course, better if you do it with a party. I don't want to explain it too much, like the previous beta Chaos Dungeon didn't drop that much loot, but I did Chaos Dungeon pretty often to get hidden dungeon scrolls. Chaos Dungeons loot box which you get at the end when you clear the Chaos Dungeon had a high chance to drop hidden dungeon scrolls. And I used that not for the gear from Chaos Dungeon, that was pretty rare, and most of the guys didn't do that, but I did it for the hidden dungeon scrolls. But they mentioned that they balanced Chaos Dungeon, so I don't know what they did there, so we have to wait and see. But at the end, Chaos Dungeon is something which you can, or which you should do as a party, and will give you stuff, loot, gear, or even scrolls for hidden dungeons, and boost your item level. That's it for today, guys. Actually, I thought I will be able to make this guide pretty fast, like less than 10 minutes, but I was clearly wrong. I hope though that I could explain you or give you an overview of all those contents and you are a little bit smarter now, or you have a better overview. And if you have any questions left, feel free to ask in the comment, join our Discord, and thanks for watching and thanks for the support. We will see us in the next guide, which gonna be most likely something about leveling. So yeah, until next guide guys, thanks and bye bye, your Tea Party Percy.